Freeze! Put down your music weapons.
Okay, yeah. I got it.
What up, yo? This is Verbal from Music Weapons, here to demo our newest and much anticipated plugin, Dusty Gems. It's taken quite a while to bring this plugin from our vision to bring it to reality. It's been about 3 years now. We took a lot of time to get it exactly how we wanted it, getting it to sound how we wanted it, making sure every single patch was super ill and usable. Now, the whole idea of the plugin is not to replace, but more supplement the process of digging crates, pulling things off of vinyl like drums, melodies, chops, sound effects, and that nature. Now, I'm going to run through the setup process and the GUI and some of the patches that's in this sick little plugin we created here in Machine 2, so follow along and enjoy. Now, I am very, very aware that Machine is a very, very popular platform for people that are making beats, so I had kept this in mind when I was making this new plugin here. It's very, very friendly with Machine and MPC Renaissance and any other program where you're going to be using pads to control it, because as you all know, pads map instantaneously to note 60 off the bat, and all of our plugins previously had started at note 36, so I raised it up to those 2 octaves so you don't have to do anything. And in all actuality, when you're loading up the plugin, you know, I'm gonna do this just acting like you guys don't know anything, just to help people out. Now, how you open up a plugin on a certain sound in Machine is you click the little plus here on your sound that you have selected, and then you go to external, and you're gonna see Dusty Gems in here. Obviously, it's gonna install to your default plugins folders when you install the plugin initially. I'm not even gonna go through that this time though, because you guys know how to install software, I would assume. So you just click Dusty Gems. The first time you do it, it's going to ask for your your serial number, which you get sent automatically, and you just paste it in. But mine's already in here. So you click this little arrow here, and it's going to bring up the GUI. There we go, and there's this guy. Now, the cool thing about it is it's got 16 pads that are actually similar looking to Machine. First thing you're going to want to do on it is you're going to press pad mode and go to keyboard. Boop. Now, your Machine controller is exactly mapped to the Dusty Gems interface. Now, for instance, see, look, I'm going to press this pad. There it is. See, as you can tell, instead, you don't have to do anything. So that's the cool part about the plugin in itself, is it maps instantaneously to it. Now on your keyboard, you're gonna want to octave up to, and it'll be just like this. It'll start at 60 because most keyboards start at 36 on the low. Assuming you have a 61, 49 or something, but an 88 key will go all the way down. You're gonna have to octave up a little bit more, but it always starts at C. So we're gonna run through the GUI here, just like always. You know, you got your previous patch. Click here on this icon, on the arrow, or you can go to the next patch. Boop. Or you can click on the name, boop, and then you go through the patches. So you have the attack, decay, sustain, and release right here. You got a reverb. Let's see. Yeah, you got a reverb there. You can play with it. You got your volume and your pan. It's already the patches are usually pretty much to the height of, if they're at 100 but not 127. And your pan button. You got your pitch. We don't want to go too far. And then a cool little thing that I added on this was I wanted to make, because it's Dusty Gems, so I added a dust knob. Now the dust knob basically is going to add a record noise or some analog little harmonics and hum to it. So I'll show you. That's with it clean. Now let's turn it up. Some of them. We don't want it too prevalent. We just want to raise the noise floor, make it sound like it's pulled off of something. So the pads themselves are all playable as well if you have a touch screen, but they all respond. And each individual patch types, there's 5 different patch types here. There's actually 6, but there's 5 main patch types within the plugin. And each patch type has a different GUI. Some have additional features in them, and I'll address that in the next section. All right, now we're gonna go over the different patch types within the plugin. Now it's just I really kind of wanted to, like I said, emulate the process of pulling off a vinyl. Now when you pull off a vinyl, there's a lot of different types of things that you're going to be pulling. So I didn't do loops on this really. I didn't really want it to be a loop. I'm not really into making loop based plugins. I want you to create the loops. I want to give you the sounds to make the loops. And who knows, go sell the loops yourself, but I'm just giving you the sounds. So now the main cool, one of my favorite part of it is the chop kits themselves, because they basically simulate, they have the real grimy analog sound of of something pulled off of records. In addition to, they're all original, and you can basically they have a lot of layers to them, just like a sample would. A sample isn't usually just gonna be a little piano sound. It's gonna be a lot of things. It's gonna have a little, maybe some percussion in it, a bass, maybe there's a Rhodes, whatever. There's a lot of layers to it, and they're complex layers to them, and there was some engineer that made it that way, and that's why samples are so great. It's basically giving you a palette to work with that's already created by some probably world-renowned engineer. Now, that was kind of the idea here, is to recreate that process at the bones level, and giving you chops. And obviously, some of my favorite producers are chop bass producers, like DJ Premier. He chops up things. It's a very popular thing, especially now with Machine. So the chop kits, that's what they are. There's 8 of the lows and then 8 of the highs on each one. So then there's the highs that go with it. Just little random things so you could just chop in between. Just silly stuff. But the chop kits are awesome. Then there is obviously, I had to put drum kits in here just for you guys. I wanted you guys to be, so we'll just there's the chop kits have, this is the main GUI here, obviously. And the drum kits have additional functions within it, because I wanted you to have the ability to adjust things per kit. So, like for instance, a drum kit has a built-in submixer for kick, snare, hat, and extra. Now, the cool thing about kits now in Dusty Gems is it's not just a drum kit. It's a whole kit. There is, the traditional. Okay, that's the bottom 8. Top 8 though is. It's giving you're basically getting a whole little production palette per kit, and there's a big chunk of kits in here. And obviously I created them by hand myself. Verbal, the guy who made all the drum weapons and all that. These are really nice kits, very nice sounding, very grimy, got a nice creamy, authentic analog sound to them, more so than anything I've ever made, actually. So that's the cool thing about the drums. Obviously you got the regular stuff, the pitch, the dust, reverb, blah, blah, blah. But you also have the submixers. And got your cool little icons per every different patch type. Now, we also have a nice chunk of really cool, really cool sound effects in this pack, and they're all custom stuff. Really cool sounds though. And these are the sound effects kits, the retro sound effects. Just run them. Just a lot of cool little things to throw in together. There's a nice chunk of those as well. And then we also have Vox kits. Now, this is something that is really awesome, I think. You're obviously, everything in here, there's nowhere you're going to find it anywhere else because it was all created by me in Music Weapons. So if you can sit here and, like for instance, these are custom sounds. Now, the Vox kits are really awesome in the fact that, we have a lot of people doing voices, and just same as we get people coming in playing guitars, drums, all that, just sampling things, and I do it with vocals a lot of times. I did these myself though personally when I had drank a couple beers and got a little hype. The Vox kits.
Yo, sick crate, ill, spit fresh, let off, ill, kill off, shut it down.
It's just super ill, and then I made it sound really grimy. And then we have the Vox kits are awesome. There's a nice chunk of them in there, and if you make beats like me, you like to supplement the beats with a lot of additional types of layers, and even if it's not prevalent, just having it there just adds new textures and makes things more interesting. We also have the percussion kits, which are awesome. These have submixers in them as well. Now these are cool because there's essentially in each percussion kit there's two. So now they do the same layout again. Now the reverse ones you have to hold down. Now that's cool because then you can make your reverse stop when you want it to. I hate a lot of these things where the uplifters or whatever it is, they basically just go until they stop. It's always irritating having to set your sampler right off the rip to just not be a one-shot kind of thing. So I have that set up on all the percussion kits. You can in addition to that, you can adjust the crash level, the open hats. As you see here, the crashes. Then you have your little extras, which are probably going to be these things. And then your booms. The submixes for the booms. Now you want the booms to trail out like a one shot. So you got a submix here within it. So that's freaking awesome. And then I threw in a cool little surprise here. That's the other patch type. But those are the 5 patch types for Dusty Gems. It's super, super ill. And now I'm going to move along to the next segment. Alright, now I'm going to run through some of the patches just to give you an idea of just how dope some of these things are. I personally think this is one of the, if not the coolest hip-hop plugin ever created. Much even beyond the things I've already made. I love the sounds in this thing. Now, let's just mess around. Super dope. Really awesome. And the cool thing is the way that they're lined up, everything is lined up the same, like through different types of patches. Obviously they're different notes, but you can get inspiration by, I'll do that at the end of this segment. I'll throw down a little drum and just put a chop kit in there and drop it on, and then we can scroll through different chop kits, and it'll completely change the beat. And obviously drum kits are laid out all the same, so they're interchangeable, so you can just switch through them. I love this patch though. It's just massive. That's dope. I'm just gonna roll through random sounds. Let's see what this is. Super dope. super dope. I mean, obviously, this is not something that's ever been available. No one's ever made something like this. Of course, it takes music weapons to set the boundaries and go over them. Just so cool to have this. Like, you don't have to worry about, you don't have to worry about getting samples, clearances, or anything. Wow, that's so dope. I've never heard a patch like that before. Thank you. Thanks, Verbal. You did good. Thanks. It's an infinite loop. Pretty cool, man. I mean, there's tons of these things. They're just like, they're all different types of sounds. I mean, you never know what you're going to get with these things. Wow. So many cool layers of analog dopeness on that one. Obviously, the drum kits are going to be sick. I mean, do you want me to really... Well, let's lay a drum down first. Let's make it... Go. Yeah, I didn't play it that tight. I got the mic real close to my arm, so I can't really hit it hard. Alright, so that's cool. There's a drum. Well, that's cool. Nice kit, bro. Thanks. Let's go to a different one. Oh. Yeah. 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 Oh, wait. Let's make this longer, so we can put a thingy on it. Let's put some sound effects on it. Whatever. Cool. That bot explosion's pretty loud. That's cool. We'll see what another kit would sound like. That's dope. Let's add another one. Let's add a melodic layer. Remember that one was pretty dope. Add mode keyboard. We're ready to rock. Alright, here we go. Oh, no idea. That's dope. Let's drop that. Oh yeah, change the pattern. Get off me, bro. Let's make it 4. The whole thing. Once again, my hand was not slipped on it. Let's quantize it. Let's get all those levels the same. Yeah. I touched a lot of keys when I was trying to reach over the mic. What is so? What's up? Now that's cool. We just laid that. That's like a whole beat already. So I appreciate it. I like the fact that I just put 2 things together and it's like a whole beat. Obviously, I mean, I could go and add another, and we'll just put like, let's take a Vox chop. Let's see what happens when I do the cuts. I'm gonna turn this one down. Pad mode keyboard. Well, I shouldn't have been recording there. That's not supposed to be cool sounding yet. We're just going to repeat 2 on this one. Well, that's dope. Sorry, I zoned out there for a second. I forgot I was doing a video. Okay, anyways. That was cool. So that's that. That's those patches. They're cool. Obviously, we went through some of the sound effects. I really like these cool, like... Well, I like a lot. I mean, all these things I could literally make. I could probably make a couple hundred beats just out of this plugin, I swear. Random sound effects. Obviously, we got more Vox kits. And the cool thing is, I randomly just made a bass. Had somebody in the bass studio with the bass and just created a. Just a cool little smooth electric bass that we patched in DI through a cool little preamp. Obviously, tons of dope kits here. We can go through. Let's go through a couple more kits here. We got through the Vox kits, the percussion kits, and another cool thing is I wanted to do is I wanted to separate the hats, the snares, open hats, and kicks, so you can create your own kits directly within the plugin. Now, I don't know if I mentioned it because I'm freaking stupid, but you get the wave pack free with it. It comes with every single sound in it as well, so that's just free instantaneously. You don't even want to use the plugin. You want to drop it in your hardware, or you want to put it in something else. Like I said, it works perfect. The plugin works perfect with Machine 2, MPC Renaissance, you know, whatever software you're using. Any VST or audio units, acceptable software. Well, I'm kind of really done running through patches, I guess. I'll just wrap up this segment here. Now, as I have explained and thoroughly demonstrated, this is a dope plugin, and there is nothing ever has been made even similar to it. Now, beyond the patches that are in it, there's a really cool feature that the people that actually watch the whole time, you're going to be heading for a good surprise. This plugin is just like all of our new plugins are going to be. It is a live plugin, and by live plugin it means it's an ever-evolving plugin. It will never be the same at one point. Basically, every month or so, I would say every month, you're gonna get updates, and the updates are gonna be all new patches. And even as I'm releasing it right here, there's already a whole new, another free expansion. There's going to be updates with it that are free. Then there's going to be some that are like big chunk banks that are going to be cost money. They're going to be called crates, and you're going to load your new crates into your update crates into Dusty Gems, and it's going to be ever evolving plugin. I mean, at some point, because I create these types of sounds in my daily day-to-day work, so I figure, having the platform here, having the different patch types and layout exactly how I want it, you're basically going to be getting an ever-evolving plugin, just like all of our newer releasing that we're releasing Music Weapons plugins are going to be. So even the ones we charge for, they're going to be cheap. I'm not trying to price gouge here. This is underground hip hop, let's be honest. I'm trying to be cool with it. I'm not trying to get rich off of this. We put a lot of time into these next 3 plugins that we're putting out. This one particular, like I said, took 3 years. I initially was going to charge $99.99 for it, just because of the nature of it, and the sounds are just so good, and there's nothing that sounds like it. I mean, once you have it, and you'll understand, like, it just has this sound to it. It sounds just like you're pulling off a vinyl. Like, all these sounds, it sounds like a perfectly sampled through really good hardware, and all that. So I'm going to just charge $74.99. You can grab it at musicweapons.com. And for the people that have pre-ordered, keep an eye out, and you'll be getting your free expansion right off the bat, probably within a couple days of your purchase, your first free expansion to the Dusty Gems plugin. So head on over to musicweapons.com and grab it. You get the VST-i audio units plugin for Mac and PC, and you also receive the Wave collection directly, and it has a manual and everything, and it runs you through basically all these things I've done. So musicweapons.com, $74.99. This is Verbal. Peace out.